over, because no one is here. Away down the Condia, Sudani, Kushana, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, South Sudan. I will not waste much time on listening to music because this is a music that you can go and listen to. Today, I have serious war with Dr. Majak Agot. Dr. Majak Agot, I have serious war with him. Dr. Majak Agot came out and say that the youths are the one destroying South Sudan. He said the youths are the one destroying South Sudan. And I'm here to respond to Majak Agot that we, the youths, we are not the one destroying South Sudan. All the youths across South Sudan, whether regardless from which states, from which county, we are not the one destroying the government of South Sudan because we are not the architects of the government of South Sudan. So today my war is going to Dr. Majak Agot. Please, if you know him, share with him this video because I'm here to respond to some few things to show him that we, the youth of South Sudan, are not the one destroying South Sudan. One very important thing that I want to tell Dr. Majak Agot is even the Ministry of Youth, the Ministry of Youth itself, the people that are running the Ministry of Youth are 50 years and above. And they call themselves, we the youth. I don't know. In South Sudan, when do people stop becoming youths? Because we have a ministry that is given to the youth. We are being recognized as the youth of South Sudan, and we are given a ministry. And that ministry is called the Ministry of Youth. But this Ministry of Youth is just the name that represents the youth of South Sudan. It doesn't represent us. Instead, they put somebody that is 50 years, somebody that is 55 years. These are the people that are running the Ministry of Youth, Dr. Majak Agot. When did youth then fail South Sudan? Because we are not given a chance to be able to run, to exercise, to the knowledge we have, whatever we acquired in school. We are not given a chance as the youth of South Sudan to show the skills that we have. So that alone shows that we, the youth of South Sudan, are not given a chance, including your own party that you support, Dr. Majak Agot. I've not seen if your deputy is a youth. Your deputy is not a youth. The person that is following you, Dr. Majak Agot, is not a youth. That shows that then where did you see the youth of South Sudan, Dr. Majak Agot, that they have failed the government of South Sudan, or they have failed South Sudan as a country? That is not true. We have not failed the government of South Sudan. And that's why you have seen a lot of youths are into humanitarians. A lot of youths are working in humanitarian sector. Why? Because they have not been given a chance. Another point that shows that we, the youth of South Sudan, were not the one failing the government of South Sudan, Dr. Majak Agot. You see the South Sudanese youth are playing football. The South Sudanese youth are playing basketball. The South Sudanese youth are playing games, Dr. Majak Agot. But when it's come to leadership of this football association, Dr. Majak Agot, youths are not being allowed to go to this position. It's either the warlords of South Sudan, those who fought, I don't know, in Nyanya something, those who did not even know how to kick a ball since they were born, they are the ones that go and become the leaders of that football association Dr. Majak got. The youths that know how to play football, the youth that know how to put all these tactics around Dr. Majak got, they are not given a chance. Instead, it must be the SPLM-IG party that must take that position Dr. Majak got. So where are the youth of South Sudan failing the government of South Sudan? The youth of South Sudan, we are trying so much. One very important thing is all the youths are in prison. When we come out and we try to express our feelings, we are being told that we are rebels. We are being called names. Especially we, the youth that grew up in Kenya, we don't know what it means to become rebels. The only thing we know, we have not seen them with our eyes, but we have seen the work they do, Dr. Majak got. Those are their Shabab. We have seen the work they can do. And if we were supposed to be like them, then nobody will be sitting in Juba. So we, the youth that come from Kenya, we don't know what it means to be a rebel, because there are no rebels in Kenya. In Kenya, there are politics. There are politicians. And there's freedom of speech in Kenya. And that's why we try to push to people that we were raised with freedom of speech, and we want that freedom of speech in our country. So I'm here to respond to Dr. Majak got a lot of things. So if the youth that are playing football cannot be able to play football because the party must manipulate how this football work. The party must manipulate how this basketball work, Dr. Majak got. Even the normal league that are being played within the country by the youth, Dr. Majak got, are being manipulated by the government. There must be a big person, a warlord being involved in this thing, Dr. Majak got. So where did the youth of South Sudan fail South Sudan? This one is not true. When I saw it in the morning, but I was very busy, but I say I must find this one and respond to Dr. Majak got, that please, you cannot run away from the problems you guys created and you want to come and blame the youth. No, you cannot blame somebody that is just there, that come and cultivate somebody's farm, and you give them maybe some money, and then you come tomorrow and you blame them. You are the owner of the farm. You are the one who's supposed to know how you're planning your farm or your garden, not the person that came in. No, not the person that doesn't have decision on what happened in your farm, Dr. Majak got. We, the youth of South Sudan, our hands are chained. The all youth of South Sudan, regardless of those who are in SPLM, IG, they are not given powers. Our hands are tied. Our hands, we are in jail. In South Sudan, we are in jail as the youth of South Sudan, regardless of which side. From even the youth that the government, the president come from their place, they don't have say. Instead, they are being made psychopath. They are singing the names of the president. They are singing the name of the leaders. That is what they do. The musicians are singing those names. Everybody is writing every day, appreciating empty leaders that cannot be able to do what? That cannot be able to build South Sudan. Why? Because the youth have been limited to that level. The youth of South Sudan are not given a chance to be able to practice the knowledge they have, that they acquire from school. Because we are very vibrant. We have a lot of energy that we want to build our beautiful country, South Sudan. But we are not given that chance. Instead, everything is being taken away from us. You make the youth of South Sudan become beggars. You make the youth of South Sudan become useless. Even those who have gone to school doesn't know the meaning of them even having those certificates. Instead, they sit under trees drinking tea. And that's where at least they talk to each other, because the brain that the youth have, only youth understand. It's only youths that understand their brain. And that's why you see them sitting in those, sitting in Isora, sitting in Icinema, sitting in Mangaten, sitting in Tongping, in those trees. Those trees are the ones that make the youth of South Sudan become alive. Those trees are keeping youth of South Sudan, at least that when they go and they talk to their fellow youth, and then they see, at least they see there's hope. So the youth of South Sudan have not failed the government of South Sudan. Let me show you a very small example of what youths can do. Recently in Unity State, there was this young lady. There's this young lady called Nyakenya Ioannis. This young lady called Nyakenya Ioannis, she tried something very funny. Some people see it's funny, but But to me, that's how you start work. She was appointed as a minister of information. The first thing she did, she did what in the first 1 month she was in the office, Dr. Majak got, she brought a signboard whereby at least there will be things that, there will be papers that will be hung there. When there's any advertisement, it should be put there. And also to direct that at least the Ministry of Information is in this office. There have never been that in the history of the Ministry of Information in Unity State. When she brought that change, there was a lot of reaction. People laugh at her, but at least she did something small in the first month in the office. The second thing she did, the second month, she makes sure at least an MTN is being installed in one of the counties in Unity State. So what does this tell us? This tells us that when youth are given a chance, youth can be able to do something. But how can youth work when our head, it's in chain, our legs are in chain, our mouth are closed? It's only our eyes that is being allowed to work, and our brain is killing us as the youth because we want to use our brain to build our beautiful nation, but nobody is giving us that chance. So if you want youth to practice, then make sure that number one, the Ministry of Youth is given to the youth from 25 years to 35 years old. That should be the age. Anybody that is taking the Ministry of Youth should be from 25 years to 35 years old. That one we will know that we have failed the country after maybe 1 year without the youth doing anything. Another thing, the Ministry of Sport should be given to our youth because there's no elder. Which warlord, what will they bring to the system? Why are the Ministry of Sport being given to warlords? Some people that cannot run, some people that don't even see the tactics that the youth see, because games are being won through styles, through tactics, through collaboration. Youth go discuss with youth, and then automatically you will know how to win. But if you put 50 years old, 60 years old generals, what will a general bring to the Ministry of Sport? What will they bring? No, they just want to loot the resources and go. That is what they do. So if you want, then put the Ministry of Sport, put a youth there. And another thing is, make sure every party is having at least 60% representative, 60% representative in those parties. Go to SPLA-IG, go to SPLA-IO, go to SWA, go all these parties that are in South Sudan. Make sure 60% of these parties are being represented by the youth of South Sudan. You will see change. Even in 1 year, you will see what the youth of South Sudan can do. We can do wonders. So don't come and try to blame the youth. You continue blaming Dr. Riek that you used to blame every day. But with the youth of South Sudan, we will not accept you coming and blaming us that we have failed the government, we have failed the country. How do we fail the country if the Ministry of Youth is being led by somebody that is 50 years old? So, if you want youth to work, the youth are there. Many. 65% of South Sudanese are youth. But they are dormant. Instead, you see the way they are congratulating Dr. Ngwen Mintwil, somebody that cannot be able to do anything. Did you see the way they were shouting the whole night, dancing? What are they dancing? They are dancing like that because they have no hope. At least you have made the youth to be so useless to a level of they want to appoint this one, appoint so that when this person is appointed, they can come and loot. You are teaching our youth not to work. You are teaching our youth not to think, but you are teaching our youth to be able to recommend leaders that they think when they come, they can become lazy. And they are given empty position without money, and they have suit and they move around, start again abusing the other youth that are outside. This is the work that the youth of South Sudan are doing. Regardless in which corner, the youth in the Equatorial side, the youth in... The only sector that is working and youth are in is the humanitarian. If I'm lying, try to cross-check. All the people working in the 70 or 80% are youth. And that's why you see, at least, you see them, there's a lot of people that are being saved in the health sector, in the humanitarian sector, in the emergency sector. It's because there's a lot of youth in the country. If you want to see the work youth can do, check humanitarian sector. Don't check this side of the government because you have reduced these youth to psychopathy. Every youth have become useless. Every youth have become, like our brain is not working anymore because you have drained our energy, you have drained our knowledge, you have made us become useless. You have made us start singing SPLA oye, SPLA oye. This is the song people are singing. But that song, after they sing at night, they go and they become, the youth of South Sudan are mentally healed. Most of us are not okay in the brain. Why? Because you have destroyed. You don't want us to practice the knowledge we have. You get on. Look at in the ministry of youth. How many youths are there? That is our ministry, the youth of South Sudan. That is our ministry. But look at the old people that are in that. Some of them cannot even manage. When they cough like very people who are very sick that they will faint the next minute. Those are the youths that you call youths that you put in our ministry. When they cough in the chair, they fall down. Those are the youths you are talking about. Look at in the parliament, in the East African community. You are supposed to be appointing youth and send youth there so that they will go and meet the Kenyan youth who are appointed there. They will go and meet the Ethiopian youth who are appointed there. They will go and meet the Tanzanian youth and all those. But you don't do that. You send warlords there that go and sleep. And that's why we become ashamed every day. We become ashamed every day because the warlords that you send that represent us in those East African community, they are going to sleep. That is the work they go and do there. And then they ask us every day, we see you youths that can really work so well. Why are they bringing all people? How do we answer that? We become ashamed. We say, what do we say? We cannot even say that our government is being run by warlords. Why? Because they will say that we don't know what we are doing. We cannot say that. So there's a lot. You cannot come and say the youth are the one failing the country. We youth are not failing the country. That's why you see youth fighting every day. The youth are in the leagues trying to play games. You bring police. You destroy everything. Everything is being manipulated. Look at what happened to the NAATH tournament. The NAATH Peace Tournament that was done in Juba. That was so beautiful. But what happened? When the government saw that this NAATH Peace Tournament is going to unite the youth of the 16 counties of NAATH, what did you do? You came inside, you manipulate. You brought politicians from all corners. You destroy the NAATH Peace Tournament in Juba. You brought in Tiger to come and protect. How can Tiger be the one to come and protect people playing football? How can people play football when they are seeing guns? You think people can play football well when they are seeing guns every corner? We are being surrounded with guns that are cocked ready to shoot, and you expect those people to play well? You are torturing the brain of the youth of South Sudan. So Dr. Majak got until when the Ministry of Youth is given to the youth, until that the sports are being represented by the youth, and until the South Sudan is being represented by youth in the ministry of in the East African community, then that is when you can open your mouth and blame we, the youth of South Sudan. Don't blame the youth of South Sudan because we are not being useful anywhere. We are being useless. And please, because you have started this, make sure you go and whoever is appointing people, make sure all these ministries that are supposed to be led by youth, because where will a warlord? Do they play football? They don't play football. So when they don't play football, why are you putting all people, somebody that is 60 years, to lead the Ministry of Sport? What will he bring to the Ministry of Sport? He will be sleeping. He will tell us in 1997 we were doing this in Nyanya Zone. We don't want to hear those ones. We want to practice the things that are happening in 21st century, Dr. Majak God. So don't come and try us, the youth of South Sudan. Don't try the youth of South Sudan. Because we are not being represented anywhere. Instead, we are being... When you want to find the youth of South Sudan, go to those places of the peace bill, on the head, the tea places. You will find us sitting in the tea places. You will find us sitting under the trees in Juba town, in Isora, doing nothing. That's what we do. At least we discuss as the youth of South Sudan. We know that in the future we are going to build our country as the youth of South Sudan. So all this thing is you. It's you who are trying to destroy us. Ruth grew up in Kenya. In Kenya, there's no tribalism. In Kenya, there's no rebels. In Kenya, there's no all these things. But when I came to South Sudan, everybody's teaching me this. So please stop blaming we the youth of South Sudan. We are not. We are not to be blamed. We are not part of the South Sudan planning. You plan everything, and when you destroy, continue blaming Dr. Riek. Don't blame us. Continue blaming Salva Kiir. Don't blame us. No. Blame your people that are in front of you, that you can hold accountable and say, we gave you this leadership for this long time and you never did anything. But not with the youth of South Sudan. Because the day you will see a youth have taken over in South Sudan, 1 year, South Sudan will change. Every corner, there will be a lot of changes in South Sudan. If the youth take over, South Sudan will change. But until these warlords are the one leading the country, these warlords that still have the drama of saying this year, this, that, we are going nowhere. Because you are taking us backward when we are supposed to be moving forward. Anyway, to the youth of South Sudan, please don't accept anybody to come and bring this nonsense to blame us. No, I will not accept and don't accept, because we, the youth of South Sudan, we are very energetic and we are ready to build our country. But you, Dr. Majak, got coming and saying we, the youth, are the one doing this, please blame your Dr. Riek that every day you like blaming. You fail, everybody ran to Dr. Riek that Dr. Riek did this. We are not Dr. Riek. We are not going to accept that. No. Blame the people you're used to blaming. Don't shift today to the youth. No. When we hold the leadership, even the East Africa will know that South Sudan is actually alive. Because we are not alive as South Sudanese. We are dead. We are walking dead as a country. You see the way? We are walking dead. We are not a country. We are not standing. We are bending. We are almost falling down. That is the country we are having. Have a good evening or good morning or good afternoon wherever you are. Long live South Sudan and long live the youth of South Sudan. I know the youth will take over one day and we will build the Dubai we have been dreaming for as the name South Sudan. Okay, bye-bye.